Hey folks, how you all doing? Got myself a set of carbon fibre doors for the 350Z, so we're going to be weighing up the pros and the cons in this video. Stay tuned. Right, so I bought these doors, well it was a while ago now, it could be 6 months or so. I was never overly happy with the quality of them. After some back and forth with the supplier, we came to a deal and I decided to keep them and do any repairs needed myself. The flaws were more in the surface of them, so they could be fixed with more or less a sand and a clear coat. You might be able to pick it up in the camera a little bit. Some of them, I think it's to where the front and the back of the door, the two bits of the mould were pressed together. There's a couple of marks on both doors. Sometimes the camera, you can see it kind of here. There's a big dip in the finish of it. See where the light goes over it there. Plus a little bit of inconsistency in the weave and something there. Again, the human eye can pick up, camera sometimes struggles with these kind of things. Till the light goes over it. Anyway, that's not what this video is about. I've got them now, I'm going to fit them and hopefully they fit okay. I know with the wide body kit and stuff I'm putting on that there is a chance that this edge that closes might need sanded anyway, so that's fine. So we're going to transfer everything off of my old door. The old door's complete apart from the glass. I took the glass out a while ago now and I swapped it for Perspex, which is up on a shelf hidden away. So for this exercise we won't be weighing the glass, but the door at the moment with all the window motor and everything else attached is 26 kilos. So we'll do a wee before and after of the weight of that door once everything's stripped off it, see what everything we're taking it off weighs, because we've got the mirror, the mechanism for the window, we've got the handle, all the lock and the wiring on the inside, and maybe that's about it. There's trim along the top, which are always fun to try and get off. I'm sure if any of these have tried in the past, you know that they're very difficult. So that, and then fitting it all back to this and seeing if it fits. Let's have a look at the other side of this. Notice that. So for starters, the speaker area isn't cut out in them, which is fine. A lot of people running carbon doors won't be bothering about speaker controls and all the rest of it, so maybe that's why they've left this uncut. My car, even though it's going to be a track car, I'm going to have aircon in it and I'm going to have a sound system just for my own comfort, and that's how I want to build it. So I'll be cutting these out. This is where the wiring harness comes through, so that needs cut out regardless I think, but anyway. So the window plate, all the mechanism goes on here, and this is pre-drilled and tapped for the screws to go back in, which is nice. And up here the lock and everything's all pre-drilled, the handle's pre-drilled, which is all good, hopefully that goes on alright. And over at this side, the bolts are all ready in for the door. The little kind of latch that stops the door swinging right round, that's already opened up, and the other section for the wiring harness is there, so hopefully most of it's there. There is a rubber seal that goes around the door, and there is little dimples where the fixings are, so we just need to pre-drill them for the rubber seal that runs right along the door. And the other thing, the top piece I just showed you on another door that's hard to come off, obviously sits onto this line here. Now on the other it lips round a bit of steel, which is obviously precision sized, and this isn't, so it's kind of uniform all the way to about this point, and then it starts getting thicker, and then it gets really thick here where both panels of the door go together. Obviously that's two layers of carbon coming together, so it's double layered here. This is going to need sanded or something, I'm sure. For the holes for the handles and things look as if they're in position. So we'll just get cracked on to be time lapse of stripping another door, and then I'll talk us through putting it all back onto this door. Alright, once we get that weather strip off, the rest was painless. It probably took me longer to get that strip off than it did to take everything else off. One more thing I forgot to mention is the factory door has like a safety bar across the middle of it for side impact, and a lot of the wiring harness clips onto that on the way along, so we're going to be losing that. Obviously, if this is a track car with a full roll cage in it, so I'm not too worried about side impact, as I've got 2 bars basically in the way now. Fitting these to a road car would maybe be a different story. I don't know if I would be too keen in doing that. If basically there's nothing stopping a car going straight into the side of you. These are light, albeit carbon and fiberglass. These are light but won't offer any sort of safety at all. So just something to keep in mind if you're thinking about it for your road car. I don't think you could even do anything to take that bar out. It wouldn't do anything. It's obviously part of the structure of the door. But yeah, keep that in mind. It's maybe quite a safety thing. So yeah, this is a track car with a roll cage. So that's my decision. Right, okay, I'll just do it in reverse. So I'll start with the handle and the lock, set all the wiring in. In fact, what I'll do first, I'll cut these first so I can hoover up the mess, and then we'll drill everything, all the wee holes we need for the rubber gasket round outside, hoover out the door and start fitting it.
We got used to the problems, baby, we got used to falling. I'm tired of feeling blue when I lose myself to love. Yeah, I just wanna lose my breath. Yeah, I just wanna lose my breath. Yeah, I just wanna lose my Yeah, I just wanna lose my breath. Yeah, I just wanna lose my Do you agree? This is not the way it is supposed to feel. Oh, and I can see there are different paths laid out for you and me. 'Cause baby, I'm a true believer, and I wanna stay true to my feelings. I'm tired of feeling blue when I lose myself to love. Yeah, I just wanna lose my breath. Yeah, I just wanna lose my breath. Yeah, I just wanna lose my Yeah, I just wanna lose my breath. Yeah, I just wanna lose my
Okay, that's everything bolted back up. Everything went pretty well apart from what I was talking about. This piece in here, you probably seen me grinding a bit off it, but it seems to sit on nicely now. Try to think if there's any other holes we needed to, even though the bolt holes for the window were all, the window motor were all where they needed to be and perfect. There is a couple of locating tabs on this, one there and one, I think that was it, maybe there. So you needed to drill a hole for them just to sink into. Everything else, put a couple of new little zip ties because I've had to bust the ones off. That one was okay, and there's the other one here. Put a couple of new zip ties in, keep everything nice and tidy. So yeah, I mean you can see the lock fits nice, the handle seems to fit quite nice. And over this side, this all fits in nice, and the rubber grommet comes through and clips back into place properly. So all that kind of stuff seems good. all the locating holes and everything, when you drilled them out, everything lined up where they should. So the rubber grommets seated back in nicely. So next thing is just to get it back on the car, so I need to do a little bit of shuffling about because the car's too close to the RS there. So I'll move the car back a little bit and we'll get it mounted. And it's on. I'm very surprised, not surprised but happy that it went smoothly. I mean, 4 bolts down here, I clicked the wiring harness in and that was it. I've started to do the little retaining screw that goes onto the body there to stop it swinging right open, but yeah, as you can see it's all good. I'm going to have to put a little screw in here to hold this on, not done that yet, and obviously put the Perspex window in. It's up on a shelf up there somewhere, but yeah, as you can see it shuts pretty good, quite sounds solid. I know it's obviously hollow, but it does sound good. It goes together well. It lines up alright. It's obviously the top edge of the door here coming onto the top of the panel. This panel is still to move up a bit, you'll probably see a bit of flex in it there. And down here it's still to go in towards the car a bit more. If you've seen the side skirt video, you'll see they've started to sand a little bit to let it all push in. And then I've got this repair to make here that I cracked a bit of the arch, but that's okay. So yeah, fitting wise, I expected it to be tight down here, which it isn't. There's a little bit of a gap, so that suits me. It might be if you're fitting it to a standard body car, you'd see a bigger gap there, and I think the same up here. It seems to be a little bit more of a gap here than what the original door was. Down here is okay. Right down that door line seems okay. It's just this top corner seems to be a little shorter than what the metal door was. Right guys, to give you a little bit of an idea of the weight saving, this original door without the glass was 26 kilograms, and we removed 9 kilograms of parts that we put onto the carbon fibre door. So the carbon fibre door was 5 kilograms, plus the 9 kilograms that we added to it was 14. Take away from the 26 that we put on, so we saved about 12 kilograms per door, so 24 kilograms for both doors, which is a massive weight saving. But obviously track use only. You know, if you want to put it on your road car, then that's your decision. Just be aware of the consequences if you're in a crash. But yeah, it's a massive weight saving, especially for a car we're going to use in track. And I know we're adding the wide body to it, which is going to be, it's pretty light though. We're taking off panels and replacing them with similar weight panels. And we're taking the boot lid off, putting a carbon fibre boot lid on, so it's all going to, I think we're going to be under the weight of the standard car, especially with the engine. The engine's much the same, the V8 against the original V6, especially for the power. You'd need to add supercharger or twin turbo to the V6 to get it to the power that we're going to be doing for the V8, so it's all kind of roughly going to work in about the same. I think we're not really adding much weight to the car, which is a good thing. So there you go guys, a nice short video. Hopefully you found it interesting. Quite glad that they all fitted out after having them for 6 months. So it's another box away that I don't need to keep storage now, and another job ticked off the list. So next time we will be waiting on materials coming to extend the front bumper out a little bit to meet the arches. So give me a couple of weeks time and that video should be up for you. Thanks very much for watching guys. See you later.